Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is going to be a really exciting video and it's been a long time coming. It's taken me so long to get it up for you, so I'm sorry about that, but life with a baby gets so busy. But this is Arlo's nursery reveal and he's 4.5 months now. I just wanted to make sure everything was perfect before I showed you, but let's go and check it out. So the first thing I fell in love with when I was still pregnant with Arlo and I didn't know what I was having was this amazing wallpaper. So it's not removable wallpaper, it's real wallpaper, and we had it professionally installed, but I absolutely loved the colour. It's cornflower blue and in a beautiful neutral pattern. So my plan was, whether it was a girl, I was going to match it with like a salmon tone, but we've gone with mustard and I'm absolutely loving the mustard tones against the cornflower blue. And I wanted something that wasn't babyish, so as he got older it would still be appropriate and we can easily mix and match the different accessories to style it up in a different way if we want to mix it up a little bit. But as you can see, I'll start from the start and we'll go through a whole tour of the room and tell you a few tips and tricks that I use to make the space more user friendly. And so we've got a few of Arlo's clothes hanging up and I change that from season to season just to style up a few of our favourite pieces. As you can see, I love anything knitted, don't we? A lot of his clothes are from Europe, and these prints on the wall were actually from Avalia's room. I've used a lot of her pieces from her room and tried to make them a little bit unique to Arlo. And I've paired that back with this dresser. This is an IKEA dresser. I love it because it's got so many drawers, so it's heaps of space and you can easily change the handles to style it back with the bedroom. I wanted to do something that wasn't a traditional changing table, so it grew as Arlo grew, and you don't really use changing tables for that long. I like to also take mine off and change him on the ground or in the bedroom or wherever I am, so I find that a more practical idea. As you can see, I've styled all of his drawers with these little dividers from IKEA. Just makes all of the items easier to find. I roll all of his clothes so I can easily see what's in the drawers and make the most of the space. And I just find it a lot easier, especially if you've got explosions when you're trying to change nappies and you can just grab everything as you go. So I've done everything that I need the most up the top. We've got all of the pants, tops, and everything in there. In here, these are all the clothes that either don't use very often or don't quite fit him yet, so I go and check every couple of weeks and grab some new things out. I've also got his swimwear and a whole bunch of disposable nappies. These are the most handy thing you can have in the nursery. I use them for everything from burp cloths to changing. If he's playing, I just put him on the ground, nappy free time. They're super cheap. You can get like 20 of them for $10 or something. And I use them constantly, so they're super handy. And down here, as you can see, I'm still doing the rolling. So rolling all the blankets, you can fit so many more in there. And you can see what colours you've got and everything is easy to find. So this changing basket is Ollie Ella and I love all of their pieces. I love the texture of adding a little bit of rattan into the space. I think it goes really well with the mustard, and I like to keep all of the pieces a little bit sentimental. Lots of toys around. I think kids' bedrooms are so fun to plan because you can fill it with really sentimental pieces and little toys. So this is a piece we got from Hawaii. I get a lot of items from trips that we've gone on to, and I bought this when I was still pregnant with you. And he loves it. So coming over here, we've got a set of shelves that we brought from H&G Designs, and they're actually the ones that do all of these little handles on the drawers as well. You can personalize these as well. So So I've used heaps of different wooden toys in the space. They're pieces that he'll be able to play with when he's older. They look really sweet, tie back all of the colours in the room, and they're timeless. So I just think wooden toys don't date. They're something he can pass down to his future kids and when he's older. And I've also included a sweet little baby book from Right to Me. A lot of these little wooden toys are from Happy Go Ducky, and he's got a little nightlight from Little Bell Light. And I think like safety is one of a really important thing in a nursery, so I've got all of the things that are breakable or dangerous high up so he can't access, and everything in the room is really well secured to the wall as well. And we've got a few of his favourite little pieces of clothing. You'll see I've got his clothing everywhere because I just die over the little baby pieces. This is his rocking chair. We had a rocking chair in Avalia's room. It was quite bulky and it took up a lot of the space, so this time we went with a more slimline design from Rocking Chair Baby. And it has this gorgeous pillow from Pillow Talk in a mustard style, and all of these little teddies that are around the room, they're from Cuddle and Kind. Hey Papa. And I love the message behind this brand. For every doll sold, they give 10 meals to children in need, and I just think that that's such a great business, so I love supporting them. We've also got a lot of handmade cushions and things in the room that all of the colours have been personalised and chosen. So these little cushions are from Little Bambino Bear, and they also made these, this garland and a few of the other cushions. And I love supporting small Instagram businesses, mums that have gone out, stay-at-home mums that are, you know, creating their own businesses. And it's great too because you can personalise everything you can buy. I think it's really important when you're designing a space to come up with maybe 3-4 colours only that you're going to use. You can always chuck in a few other colours here and there, but it just helps to keep the space looking cohesive. And this bunting is another feature that I had made, and I'll link all of these businesses in the description below. We also had these blinds installed. They're from Blindo, so the shears I think are really important because it helps bring all the natural light in, which is beautiful during the day when you're playing, to have lots of nice bright light. But we also have a block out blind, so if Arlo's sleeping we can bring that down. So Blindo are doing all of the blinds and curtains in our house. They've done such an amazing job, and we went white because the room is so blue that I think it just lifts the space a little bit. So over here again, I've styled with a lot of books this time. You can see that I've used all of the common colours of the room, so yellow, mustard, light and dark blue, and also included a few little wooden toys and some clothes to bring it back all together again. This little giraffe was actually from Avalia's room, so another piece that I used from hers. I just loved it. As you'll see, there's a few like animal pieces around. I didn't want to go too heavy on like a theme because I think you can get sick of it, it can date. So I've got elements that I can easily swap in and out, and if when he's older it doesn't suit his personality, I can easily change it. This cot is from Incy Interiors. I fell in love with it on their Instagram. I picked this before I knew I was having a boy or a girl, and it's all just plain white, so you can easily just change up the features again to suit whatever style of room you're doing. And it's a great cot too because it transitions from a cot to a toddler bed, and you know, they're only in their cot for not too long, but if it converts to a toddler bed, you get so much more use out of it. So you're not actually quite sleeping in this room yet because he still sleeps in our room. So when he does come into this room, we will take out all of the cushions from the bed and make sure that there's nothing he can grab, just so it's super safe for you. But coming over here, we've got this beautiful Rattan flower mirror from Hunter and Nomad, and this little Macrame hanging piece is from Rhino Republic. She made this especially for Arlo's room, so it's amazing. You can personalize again all of the colors to make sure it ties back. And we've got some toy boxes here. You can see I love everything personalized. So many pieces have Arlo William on it. I think it just adds that special touch to make it really special for him. And I love everything that doubles up as not only something that you can use as a decorative piece, but also something that's functional. So these toy boxes, they look really beautiful in the room, but you can also fill them with toys, blankets, whatever you really want to put in there. And anything that adds extra space is always really handy in a nursery room because babies have so many things. This little truck also is from Happy Go Ducky, and I just loved it. It's so sweet, and I think it's something that he'll play with for years to come. Now coming over here, I found this bookshelf in a market. It's a vintage piece, and it had been painted and sanded back. Originally it was a dark timber, and I'm really wishing I had it. They had two. I'm really wishing I bought the other one for Avalia's room, but I didn't, so I have to just make the most of this one. And I've used it as a space that Avalia can come in, as well as Arlo when he's older, and play with all of the pieces that are on there. So when I'm feeding in the chair or I'm changing the nappy, Avalia has something that she can also play with. So when you've got two children, like, they're often always in the other's room, so I make it sure it's a friendly space for her to come into. It's actually her favourite room at the moment. So again, we've got some personalised blocks with his name on them from Cubby & Co, and beautiful personalised bookends. And all of these pieces are all like little wooden pieces that I've picked up from different countries. So I got this little truck in Austria, and all these little wooden pieces are from Germany, so we got them from our travels. And all their things that he's been gifted, so I love to keep things that are personalised and special to him. This little Peter Rabbit money box was from family, and this is his little memento box. So it's got all of his details of when he was born, and I use that to keep his very special things. So his hospital ID cards, all of his little measurement things, his first cut of hair, that easily slips into that little drawer. And this little cushion is a space that we can use as well for when Avalia is coming in, and she reads while I feed, or we both sit there and read to Arlo together. And that's from the Little Connoisseur, and again, little personalised cushions that I had made specially for the room. Now coming over to this space, this was his drawers, his cupboards, and I had removed the doors because I just felt like it was a better use of the space. It feels a lot more open now, and I've used the wardrobe as another decorative feature. So this wallpaper that's on the back is actually removable, and it's from Rocky Mountain Decals. They have lots of different designs that you can choose from, and I think it just really makes a plain wardrobe so much more interesting. I put this little shelving in here. It's just from IKEA, and I flipped it on its side, and I put in things like his little shoes and books, again, not just for him but for Avalia to come in and read. As you can see, I'm a little bit OCD with colour, organising everything in rainbow order. And I've got all of his little clothes hanging up, which are also a feature. I found these gorgeous little size labels on eBay. So they're Peter Rabbit, and my baby shower with him was Peter Rabbit, so I thought it added a special little touch. And it's got all of the sizes on there, so if I'm looking for something, I can easily find the piece that I'm after. And another little trick that I've got is to keep a basket handy where I can put clothes that don't fit anymore. So as soon as something doesn't fit, I take it out of the drawers and straight into this tub. That way I know that everything that's in the drawers actually fits him. When Gus coming in at night time, we're in the middle of the night, and I say go and grab a romper, we know it's going to fit him and be an appropriate piece for that time. So I fell in love with this rug. It's by Rugs of Beauty and it's got the most beautiful texture. And I needed something, obviously, because the space is so busy, that was plain enough that it wasn't going to compete with the wallpaper, but still a little bit interesting. So that's why we went with this rug with this interesting texture, and it's been so soft and just a nice place for us to sit on the ground, read some books and have some playtime. So I hope you love his space as much as I did. It's been one of my favorite projects to work on, and I think he's going to love it for years to come. And if you did enjoy the video, make sure you give the video a like, comment down below what you loved and any other tips and tricks that you have for a great nursery organisation. And if you want to see Avalia's room, her room is next, so make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can see that video. And we'll be filming every room makeover in our house in this renovation series, so make sure you've subscribed so you don't miss out. Say bye-bye. Yeah. Say bye-bye.